Hi, this is Frank Buck, and the message I want to bring to you today is that tomorrow starts today. We all want to get up in the morning and tackle really important things and get great things done, but what so often happens is that we find ourselves reacting to some little things. It's noon and we've accomplished absolutely nothing. So what I want to do is show you a routine that you can go through at the end of one day that's going to set up tomorrow to be successful. So here it is. We're going to start with number one, and that's to clear all the paper off your desk and from around your desk. The way I work, the only thing that's on my desk at any one given time is the thing that I'm working on right then. And if you come over to the blog post, you're actually going to see a photograph of my desk. So nothing's on the desk except just decoration, those pictures of family or the other things that make you remember why it was that you got up in the morning. So we're going to clear the paper that's around us that's from what I have as three little baskets, in, out, and pending. They might look something like this. This is just a little mock-up from a office supply store. In for the things that have never been touched. This is the mail that's coming in during the day. This is paper that people are bringing you, other little notes you may be writing to yourself. It's just a place to stick stuff so that you can get to it later. It's things that have never been touched. Below that, out, these are things that just need to go somewhere else in the world. This is outgoing mail. These are memos to take to other people. If there are things that you've finished with and now it needs to go somewhere else in the world. And then pending, these are the papers that you're going to be working with today, but maybe it's you're going to be using this particular memo with someone and they're not coming in until 2 o'clock this afternoon. What do you do with the memo until then? This is a place to hold papers you're going to need later in the day. Before you retire, these three are going to be empty. You've looked at everything that's come in and you made decisions about it. It may be things that need to be happening in the future. You put them in your tickler file, they pop up then, so forth and so on. Things that need to go someplace else in the world, put them there. And the things that are in pending, maybe you're going to be using them tomorrow and they can stay, but you've at least looked at everything here and you're comfortable that nothing is going to blow up. The next thing I want to do is clear my little memo pad. For years and years, I've had just a little memo pad in my pocket. I don't carry a wallet. I haven't for a long, long time. I have a money clip, and then everything else is here. So I've got major credit cards. I've got my driver's license, a little pocket in here where I can put receipts that I have for, come my way during the day. And then here's a little memo pad where I can jot down anything I need to. Sometimes the quickest and easiest thing to do is just to put something there on the memo pad. And so before I retire, I'm just taking little receipts out of here, filing them where they need to be, and taking any little notes that I've jotted to myself and putting them where they need to be on my to-do list, in Evernote, on my calendar, whatever it may be, so that this is clear before I go to bed. Next, the paper journal. This is a great place to have notes from telephone calls and notes from one-on-one meetings. So invariably, they embed things to do. You're jotting down appointments in there during that meeting that you're in or during that phone call that you're on. So before the day ends, look back at the notes that you've taken during the day and ask this question: what do I need to do about these things? So things need to go on the calendar, things need to go on your digital task list, things need to go in Evernote. So at the end of the day, you've dissected these notes. These now become just reference information, but there are no to-dos that are embedded in there anymore. The next thing, get the email inbox to empty. Now, there are going to be to-dos that come through, by email. You don't have to do all of the things. You just have to make sure that you look at them, you're okay with everything that's in there. Anything that embeds a to-do, forward it over to your digital to-do list. Anything that embeds a calendar appointment, save that over to your calendar. Anything that's good reference information for later, good place to save that is over in Evernote, so that when you get to the end of the day, that inbox again is clean. The next thing I do is empty my Evernote inbox. In fact, let me share my screen and show you what that Evernote inbox is going to look like. All right, here I'm in my Evernote inbox, And there are 4 notes that have come in today. I'm okay with throwing really anything in Evernote. During the day, there may be a photo that I've taken on my phone. It's going to wind up here. Um, there may be a meeting I've gone to where I'm an audience member rather than an active participant. A good place to take notes in that kind of situation, I think, is in Evernote. Those then wind up here. So during the day, I can throw anything I want to at it. And then at the end of the day, look at what's in the inbox, asking the question, what do I need to do about it? What to-dos now need to go on my digital task list and so forth? How do I need to clean up these notes at all if they're going to simply become reference information? And then what notebooks do I just need to put them in so that at the end of the day, this Evernote inbox is empty as well. The next thing I want to do is the phone. What messages there are there on your cell phone, or what messages are there on your desk phone with that little red light blinking? Never let that light continue to blink. Always answer those messages with pencil and paper in hand so that you listen to them once and then you never have to go back to them. Never leave to-dos in that voicemail, and then transfer those to-dos over into your digital task list so that your phone is empty. The next thing, the computer desktop. Let me let you take a look and see what my computer desktop looks like right now. And here it is. Now, this is much messier than what you would see it at the end of the day. All of the icons that you see there are really things that I'm working on right now. I'm batching several recordings, so there's some audio and video that are sitting here. At the end of the day, that'll all be handled and it'll be filed away where it needs to be, and files that I don't need will be deleted. What will be left will be this: the recycle bin, Evernote, OneDrive, Dropbox, a little file I call Fingertip. Those few files that I use all the time and want to have them close by instead of being nested in a folder within a folder within a folder. A little folder called Evernote Watch, where anything I drag into there will automatically go into Evernote. And then that's it. The next thing that I want to get empty is my task inbox. I use Remember the Milk, and many of the digital task lists have an inbox. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about there. This is an example of a Remember the Milk inbox. All of the tasks that come in during the day wind up here. So my responsibility before ending the day is not necessarily to accomplish them all, but to get it cleaned up. I want to make sure that, first of all, anything that's here is worded clearly so that when it comes time to do the task, it's easy to do. Secondly, I want it to have a due date, and that due date says to me, this is the date that I want to see this task again. And third, the colors tell me what part of the day I want to see it. There are priorities: high, medium, low, and none, but the way I use them is to indicate the part of the day. For me, the red, the top priority, are the Fab Five, the 5 most important things to do during the day. Then the things in dark blue are the things I want to see during the morning, the light blue during the afternoon, and the gray, the things in the evening. So when I get this looking the way I want it, I just check at the top so that it selects all of the items, and then I can just simply come over here and say move this from the inbox to what I call my organized list. Boom, and it's all done. And so here are, say, things that were left over from today. Here would be things that are scheduled tomorrow. On this demo account, I really don't have anything there. But emptying the Remember the Milk inbox so that nothing is just sitting there with no decisions made on it. Now, next, here are your last 3 things that are going to really set up tomorrow for success. First of all is the tickler file. I've used these things for, oh gosh, almost 40 years. It's simply 31 folders, 1 for every day in the month, followed by 12 more folders, 1 for every month in the year. So tomorrow happens to be the 11th. And so I pull out folder number 11. Would you be interested to see what I have in here? These are all of the papers that I'm going to need to be working with. So let's go. First of all, I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow, as is my wife. We both go the same place, so I know I'm going to have a little waiting time while I'm waiting on her. So in tomorrow's folder is a book that I'm reading. So that's going to pop up for me tomorrow. We're eating breakfast at Panera Bread tomorrow. Now, I bought some gift cards for a very discounted rate that have to be used by the end of January, which is when I'm recording this. So in tomorrow's folder, there are those cards so that I won't forget those. Now, my dog is on a little medication right now, and she needs to take a particular pill every other day. Tomorrow happens to be one of the days she needs to take it. So here's that little bottle of pills that reminds me that she needs to take one. After she takes it, it's going to go in the tickler file for 2 days from now. I'm going to Office Depot tomorrow, and I have some coupons that I can use there. So I threw those in tomorrow's folder so that they would be there, and I would not forget those. And we got a really nice note from a dear friend. My wife has done some wonderful things for her. And so what she has written is to us and said that she wants to take us out to eat once a month, every month over the course of the next year. So I want to discuss this a little more with my wife as far as when we might want to do those. So I've just taken that little note and thrown it in tomorrow's folder so that it'll pop up tomorrow. It'll remind me of that. So I pulled tomorrow's file. I put things in order the way I think I'm going to be working on them. Sometimes you can take care of some things easy. There may be a birthday card to go in tomorrow's outgoing mail. I can just handle those kind of things really quickly. So that's the first thing. The second thing, I showed you Remember the Milk just a moment ago. Let's go back into that. And here we are. Here are 15 things that were on the list for today. Now, if I don't do those things, they're going to still be there on tomorrow's list. So I'm not having to go back to other lists. Everything that hasn't been done just simply moves forward. So anything left undone from today is going to be there, along with anything that's coming up for tomorrow. I have this sorted by priority so that the things that are my Fab Five, and here I've only got 2 of them, are there at the top. And it gives me, here are my marching orders for tomorrow. Now, some people would say, put everything on your calendar. Um, if you've got very much to do at all, your calendar is going to get really, really crazy and really cluttered. So I like to have my calendar be the things that say, this is where I am, and my to-do list says that these are the things that I'd like to do. Before I go to bed tonight, I just need to get these things in the order that I want to accomplish them so that when I get up in the morning, the first thing I want to accomplish is sitting right there at the top. I want that sucker where it is worded clearly, where I know exactly what to do. And if I click on it, if there's supporting material, things about how to do that or other articles I need to have, all that information is going to be over here on the right-hand side for me. Especially I want to have the Fab Five designated. Again, I just simply have 2 so that when I get up in the morning, there's no doubt about how I'm going to start the day. It doesn't need to be in Facebook. It doesn't need to be in email. It needs to be on one of those Fab Five. I've got it worded clearly. I've got any of the supporting material at hand. That's how I start tomorrow today. Is this something that would work for you? Come on over to the blog post because you're going to see some additional pictures and you're going to see some additional explanation there. You'll also see the list of those 12 different steps that I go through every day so that tomorrow is going to be a productive one. Thanks for watching. This has been Frank Buck helping you get organized and make it look easy.